Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Vegan Violinist. Today we're going to do a review on Wave 3 of the Mario Kart Booster Course Pass. Today I'm here with a very special guest, my friend the Tostarena Trumpeter.
Hi guys!
He'll be doing some reviewing with me. So anyways, this wave brought us 8 new tracks in 2 new cups, like the other 2. So, in the Rock Cup, we had London Loop, Bootleg, Alpine Pass, and Maple Treeway. And then in the Moon Cup,
we have Berlin Byways, Peach Gardens, Merry Mountain, and Rainbow Road.
So, let's get a start on London Loop now. So, first off, we have London Loop from Mario Kart Tour. I like this one quite a lot. I think the architecture and the buildings are really unique, and they add a lot of colour and variety to the track, which makes it really beautiful to look at. And I love the scenery and the sights. The only major complaint I'd say I'd have with this one, which isn't even that major, just more of a nitpick, but the only thing I don't really like is the fact that it's kind of a long track, so it would not be very favoured by people with a short attention span maybe. So it's not really much of my problem overall, but I'd say that might be an issue with the track itself. Although I also like the touch that there are chain chomps on the grass. I like that a lot. But yeah, I'd give this track maybe 8 out of 10 for its great use of creativity and layout. But maybe it's just a bit too long.
Yep. Alright, so for me, I was never very partial to the real-world stages. I always preferred how Mario Kart had these very special, unique stages, like Coconut Mall, for example, or Waluigi Pinball. They're really good options that have been reused into the Booster Course Pass. But, with London Loop, Sydney Sprint, I never really liked those because they're not really as creative as the other stages. But overall, it's still a really nice stage, so I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Okay, we'll move on to our second track now. So next up we have Bootleg. Bootleg I like quite a lot, maybe slightly more than London Loop. This one is from Mario Kart Super Circuit, so it's a bit old, but I'd say it still hasn't lost its originality. I love how it's kind of like an SNES Ghost Valley 2 kind of track, except it's not just flat, but it's actually got a bunch of twisted ramps, and it's really cool by that. I like all the jumps you get to perform and tricks onto the water and out of the water. It's really cool a lot. The only problem I really have with this track is the tight turns. There's only really one, but it is really annoying. Although, there isn't really anything else I have to complain about it. The theme is good, the layout is good, the track itself is very good. I like the trees and the haunted castle in the background. But yeah, I'd give this one maybe a 9 out of 10.
Alright. Before, as I said, the not-so-original stages, this is what I'm talking about. It's beautiful, completely made up. This is the kind of Mario Kart stage we like. So, as Sasha said, the haunted mansion and trees in the background, the transition from the bridge to the water, and I love how, the little detail of the dry bone fish coming out and chasing you under the water really scared me the first time. So I agree with Sasha, 9 out of 10 on this stage.
Alright, we'll move on to the next track now. Now, we have our third track in the Rock Cup. This is 3DS Alpine Pass, and this is a really, really good track. This is kind of like if you combined Choco Mountain and Wario's Gold Mine, because they've got a bunch of pipes outside, and it's still got a really unique nature look, and the caves as well. I just like it a lot. It also reminds me a bit of Steam Gardens from Mario Odyssey, or the Woody Kingdom, because it's got a bunch of vegetation in it, and it's also got the red iron metal in it for the construction. But yeah, this is a really unique track, and like the Tostarena Trumpeter said before, he said that he liked the original Mario Kart courses that weren't just recreations of real life. And this is one of those things where I completely agree with him, because it's just such a unique idea, and it's really beautiful. I like how you can glide for so long, although maybe the only thing I wouldn't like about it is the fact that it can be really hard sometimes just to get the right amount of height and balance off those pipes. But yeah, other than that, I'd give this track maybe a 9.5 out of 10 because it's just so creative.
I absolutely adore this track. The puzzle of the cave in the inside, the nice greenery, the flying across pipes. It's absolutely stunning, the whole level. I love the gliding a lot. It's really far gliding. And about the originality. This is absolutely what I was talking about. Perfect. Like Blue Lake, but better. And also, like Sasha said, Mario's Gold Mine with the pipes everywhere. Choco Mountain with the cave at the beginning. And I'd say also a bit of Peach Gardens for the greenery in general. So yeah, I'm giving this stage a 10 out of 10.
Right, now we'll move on to the final track in this cup, which is...
Maple Treeway!
Maple Treeway is a course that came from Mario Kart Wii, for the Nintendo Wii, of course. Now, I'm familiar with this track once again, because I have Mario Kart Wii, and so does my friend the Tostarena Trumpeter. So, I guess I could be a little bit biased about this one, but this is a classic Mario Kart track, like Coconut Mall is. It's very memorable, and I can definitely see why. It's got a very unique autumn theme to it, with the orange trees that you ride in, and I like the overall layout of the track. You actually get to go inside a tree. I love how you get to go inside a cannon as well. The cannon is a very unique mechanic that we haven't seen in many Mario Kart tracks since then. I like how they've been able to implement their new features, like gliding introduced in Mario Kart 7 and the anti-gravity introduced in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. And yeah, I just overall think this is a great track. The only issues I'd say I'd have with this, not even really issues much towards the track itself, but for one thing, they kind of butchered the song. It's still good. It's reminiscent of the original theme, but I think it's just the wrong instruments they used. The only other thing is the glider. They got rid of the glider, the original glider, but that's still fine. I'll give this maybe a 9 out of 10.
Alright, Maple Treeway. As being Mario Kart Wii was my first ever video game, this is, I'm gonna be really biased with this stage. I absolutely love, as Sasha said, the autumn feel, the nice long track, although I agree, they have butchered the song a bit. Like, they used like a harmonica instead of the actual accordion, and it sort of kind of made it not sound that good. And they also, my least favorite part, they got rid of the goddamn net here.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. But still, I absolutely love the track, and I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Moving on to the Moon Cup with Berlin Byways. Alright, now we have Berlin Byways, our first track in the Moon Cup. I like this one a lot, and I'd say maybe just slightly more than London Loop. It's kind of like London Loop, but you've made the architecture even more unique and beautiful, and it just looks a lot more alive, because there's so much greenery in this track. And this one's also a bit reminiscent of Peach Gardens, like Tostarena Trumpeter said before. And I like how you can go in the train that's there and do some unique drifting opportunities here. I even like the cool feature where you can actually trick off the womps that appear in this level once they fall down. It's so goofy. I love the layout of this track as well, and it's so beautiful. The theme is also really relaxing to listen to. If you're just playing this on a rainy day or something, this would be a great track to play. But yeah, this is one of the few city tracks I'd say that when you look at it, you have complete satisfaction of what's happening. And this one kind of reminds me a little bit of Sydney Sprint because of the greenery, but that's the main thing, although I still love the track overall. And I'd say I'd give this one a 10 out of 10, because it's just so unique and pretty.
Alright, you know how I said earlier I didn't like the real world stages because they weren't so unique? Well, Berlin Byways would probably be the only exception, because this is a really nice stage, and come on, it's Berlin. Absolutely beautiful. As I said, I love the goofy womp jumps, and the absolute greenery, just the greenery is what made the final push to make this a 9.5 out of 10, instead of the normal 8. So, I really love this stage, and probably the only real life stage that I would really like. So I rate it, a 9.5 out of 10.
So now we have Peach Gardens, originating from Mario Kart DS. This was also made for the Wii, so on Mario Kart Wii, we are both familiar with this track as well. And this is a fairly good track, although I'd say this is my least favorite one in the whole wave, but that doesn't mean it's a bad track. It's still a very good track, because the standard is actually pretty high, continuing from this wave, so I'm very happy with that. It's a very unique idea, Peach Gardens. I like how there's all the plants there. The theme is very nice as well. I love listening to it. It's very soothing. And I think the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version is the best out of the three on DS and Wii as well. So yeah, I really like this. I like how this one uses the mechanic as well, where in some laps, certain parts of the track are barricaded off and some are available. So yeah, I like how you get to switch directions throughout the track, and that makes it feel like more of an open world track. Yeah, I like the idea of Peach Gardens, although I feel like it's a little too repetitive and it needs something new other than updated graphics. But it's still a great track nonetheless, and I think I'd give this a 7 out of 10.
Peach Garden, as Sasha has said before, we've both played this before, and we absolutely adore it. Still, yeah, I agree with Sasha. Peach Gardens was probably one of the more boring stages from the Mario Kart Wii selection, and but still, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's not bad. I like the graphics are good, the greenery is really nice, and the fact that you have to avoid chain chomps while on the run is really funny. Like, for example, I was just driving once, and then the chain chomp comes after me. Well, yeah, I'm gonna rate this an 8 out of 10, because it's the greenery and the niceness of the stage, and the saga.
So, we have our third track in the Moon Cup, and this is amazing. Merry Mountain, which is our first Nitro track in this wave and this cup. It's great. I think it's being added to Tour, but I'm not too sure. And I just love it. You can obviously see that it's Christmas holiday themed because the third wave came out during December, the holidays. And it just makes no exception to look amazing. It's kind of like if Mount Wario or DK Summit were Christmas themed, and they just pulled it off perfectly. You can see all the vibrant lights and colour in the background just make this take it to the extra step, next level quality. I love where they place all the speed boosts. I love how there's an alternate track you can take halfway through the lap, so you can get a bit of extra speed boost on the ramps. And I just overall love the theme of this track, the layout and the idea. All the vibrant colours and the unique theme just make it so enjoyable to play. Of course, the music is great as well. And yeah, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10, but for its sheer uniqueness and just how good it is.
I agree with Sasha. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. The details and the background, the presents and candy canes for the Christmas season, even Santa's sleigh with a bunch of toads on it. It's adorable. But yeah, also it really makes me think of like not DK Summit, but like DK Jungle, or like the stage where with the cannon that you go up the mountain.
DK Mountain.
Yeah, DK Mountain, that's it. That but Christmas snowy themed, because it's got like the ramp up and it's got like the way down with the jumps, and it's really cool, and it's just lighting. The theme is also stunning, so I'm gonna give this stage a 9 3/4 out of 10.
That's 3DS.
Okay, it looks like the one that was in the Wii.
Well, now we have our final track, which is 3DS Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 7. This is stunning, just like Merry Mountain was, but this Rainbow Road really took a turn compared to all the other ones. For one thing, it's not just about the road itself. You know it's set in space, and it actually includes the planets in space, and it's just so stunning, so much variety. I love how the actual road in this Rainbow Road is all glossy and glittery. That just looks so satisfying to look at, and it's slightly see-through as well. I love that. And look, you even get to go on the Saturn rings. I love how there's such a good blend of linear in the track as well as off-road, and that just makes it all the more enjoyable. This is also one of the few tracks in the game where instead of just doing the same lap over and over 3 times, it's actually one big lap that's separated into 3, and I really love that idea. And all the other ones that have used that mechanic were just absolutely phenomenal. For reference, Mount Wario, N64 Rainbow Road, and Big Blue. So yeah, I love this track so much, and I'm gonna rate it a 9 3/4 out of 10. Just because I feel like it's just slightly under perfect, which is still fine. But there isn't really anything that I have to complain about the track just because it's that unique and that good. So yeah, 9 3/4 out of 10.
This Rainbow Road is absolutely beautiful. I love the same point Sasha made. The glossy, transparent road, the planets in space, flying on Saturn's rings, and the theme. The theme is just beautiful. I feel like it's really similar to the N64 Rainbow Road theme, but still absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna rate this race a 17 out of 10.
So everyone, we hope you enjoyed our conclusion to the Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Let us know if you want to see more content like this, and also let us know if you want to see my friend, the Tostarena Trumpeter, in more videos in the future. So, we hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
This is the Vegan Violinist and the Tostarena Trumpeter signing off.
Goodbye!
Bye-bye!